after work. I have this target set up at 10 yards and I'm shooting at it with my 15-yard pin, which is why this grouping is up a little higher than the kill zone that you want. So these arrows right here would have been a little too low. But it's just good to get out here and practice for season. We got about 2 months left, so I got plenty of time to get stuff straightened out. Please excuse any car noises in the back. I live right off the main road here. So I just want to get a little shooting practice in, and tomorrow I'm going to be going out to the hunting grounds to check on my food plots, pull camera cards, and trim some shooting lanes for my tree stands. So I'll make sure to bring you along with that and show you some tips and tricks that you could probably learn from me. So I'll see you out in the woods. Hey there everyone. Today we're going to be going out to the hunting property and do a little checkup on the food plots, make sure they don't need any spraying or trimming, and we're going to cut some shooting lanes for my tree stand. And I don't have an electric saw, but I do have this all-purpose bone and wood saw right here. And it's kind of hairy. I have this old broomstick. We are going to connect this saw to this broomstick, and we're pretty much going to have a retail shooting lane trimming machine. And I got a clamp and some electrical tape, and hopefully that'll do it. So I'll just rig this up real quick and I will see you over in the woods. This here is probably the biggest food plot that is on the property. As you can see here, I got the hunting stand right there, and then the food plot ends by that bush right there, so it doesn't go all the way to the end of the cut grass. But I planted soybeans in here mixed with winter peas, and at first it was all coming up really good, but as you can see, that there's a lot of competition with grass and weeds, which is my fault, but there is soybeans coming up pretty decently still, as you can see, also being grazed on. So one thing that I need to do for sure next year is spray this whole thing with Roundup before I plow it up and plant, and I feel like I wouldn't be having this problem. This plot is split half and half. It's an L shape. I'm about to show you my utilization cage here, where I've pulled the weeds and such. So for a little resemblance, here is outside of the cage. We have soybeans coming up. They're probably 2 to 3 inches tall, maybe 4 inches tall in some places. And you got all this grass that's coming up, but some of this grass is helping these soybeans from getting overgrazed. But in this cage right here, as you can see, those soybeans are looking a lot better than anything outside. Those are probably 5, 6, 7 inches tall. So next year I definitely need to spray this whole thing before I plant it. I feel like that would help out a lot. We have our mineral right here, and in this section right here there is some soybeans in here, but it's a different mix. So we also have radishes and winter peas and rye, and it's an all-year mix apparently. So this one might pull out. This one's coming up better. It's got lots of clover in it as well, as you can see. And you got lots of bedding in there, and they're coming out into here. And then there's probably a 40-acre bean field out there. So that's how this one's supposed to work. So next year, definitely need to spray this one. And with this deer stand, it doesn't look too hot. We're going to take the tin off. We're going to buy some camouflage burlap so it'll be cheaper, and we can wrap that around the outside, and then it'll be camouflaged as well. And we'll just be able to put some cheap chipboard in there to keep the wind out. So that'll be an upcoming video as well. So a couple things to look forward to probably next week. And the bugs are quite bad out here as well, which comes with hunting in a swamp. So yeah, let's go cut those shooting lanes real quick. Okay, so we're here at the first plot. The layout we got here kind of is, so this is the food plot. Lots of ryegrass, and there's some turnips and stuff coming up. And there's a mineral block right there. And then, of course, we got a trail camera set up in here. And I'll show you where the tree stand is. Tree stand is probably 15 yards off to the side of the plot. I'm very well concealed in this tree stand. It's right there in that tree. So probably we're gonna leave the branches on this tree for scrapes. There's a couple of smaller ones that I have to take down, and probably gonna work on clearing out the trail a little bit more. And then I have one other tree stand that's going to need clearing, and that's about it for today. This is probably my best food plot that I got coming up so far. This all used to be brush and tree stumps, but I got that cleaned up pretty good. And as you can see, the deer and the turkey and the bear use it quite often. I've got lots of pictures of fawns in here. It's an evolved harvest mix. It has turnip, winter peas, oats, ryegrass. Majority of what came up is ryegrass. And here's some oats. They're coming up good. I got high hopes for this plot. Should work out well. So we'll get to trimming. Okay, so this is the view from the stand. Down there is the food plot that you just saw. And I'm gonna leave this branch right here, because when I'm sitting down, that's going to give me some pretty good cover from the stand. I'm thinking I'm going to take those 3 saplings down right there, because that'll open it up quite a bit. And I did some trimming on the pine tree right here to open it up so I can shoot through that way and right into here. What this is if you can see back there, it's all swamp, as well as right here. So this is just a stretch of woods that goes right through the middle of the swamp, and the deer are constantly running up and down through here. So this will give them a place to stop. And I don't know if you can see, but from the food plot, I have a trail cut 15 yards from the front of my stand that goes all the way through and over there to the other side, as well as major deer trails that run on each side of the stand as well. Last year I had my stand probably 35-40 yards over that way, and I was constantly seeing bucks cross right here. So I figured this can't get any worse, so might as well try something new. I am going to go down, and there's 2 trees right here that I want to cut down so that I have a clear shot all the way to the edge of the swamp in that direction. and just those 3 I'm going to cut right there, and that'll be it for this stand. And I won't be back in here except for probably checking trail cameras 1 or 2 more times. And then next time you'll see me here is going to be September 16th, I believe, opening day of bow season. So on to the next stand. As you can see, we are at the next location. This one is quite a bit farther back in the property, and as you can see behind me, this is a food plot that I tried to make this year. I was going to do it as clover, but it's kind of wet back here. As you can see, there's a big mound here. I shoveled that out and I put it into the holes here. I've only been back here twice this year. Once to hang the stand and level this out, and once to plant it. This used to be the old 4-wheeler trail. I tried planting clover. Couple are coming up, but it's not looking too good. So this just goes to the end of the swamp here, and this is one of those stands that you don't want to overhunt. As you can see, it's pretty open right here, but if you look that way, it gets very thick very fast. They clear cut that logging a couple of years ago, probably 6 to 8 years ago, and this was select cut, so this didn't get as brushy and thick with new saplings as it did over there. Back there is some prime bedding area. See if we can find it here. Stand behind a tree. I have a tree stand right there where the real brushy stuff meets this, a little bit clearer, more open area. And during the rut, so second week in November, I always see bucks coming out of this far edge along the swamp, and then they come down the old fence line right here, and they're scent checking this whole bedding area for does. So that's why I have my tree stand right here. Guys, I'll show you over here. This is the old property line. Hence the reason there's 2 different kind of cuts done to the woods. Here's the old fence line. There's the very thick, nasty, brushy buck doe. Just good bedding area pretty much. And there's rubs up all and down this. And here's my tree stand. Probably 15-foot ladder stand. And I can see nothing but a bunch of gross, nasty spider webs on that seat. So that will be fun. But I actually shot a nice 8-point out of here 3 years ago. He was right behind this log here, but my tree stand was in that oak tree right there, so probably 20-yard shot. Next year I'm going to come in here again, and I'm gonna try thinning out a couple of these little saplings and stuff to get some sunlight to come down on this trail right here, because this would be a pretty good spot to get a food plot in. This year I'm probably just going to do a mineral lick to give them a reason to stay in here for a little longer and draw some more bucks in for me. There isn't really much for shooting lanes here, and I don't really want to go up in that tree stand until it's cold and there's no more spiders. So this is the one spot that you have not seen yet. That food plot with the pond is straight across that section of swamp, and I'm going to be putting the deer stand that I'm building at home back there. So that's a video that will be upcoming probably next week. And yeah, that's about it for today. So see you next time. Have a good day. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends. It is a new channel, so subscriber count's down there, and we're trying to get the word out and spread it around. So I'll have a couple trapping videos coming and some fishing soon. So again, make sure to subscribe and have a great day. See you next time.